You are putting your children's lives constantly in danger. It's a state jail felony. The range of punishment would be anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to 2022 CR 10115, State of Texas versus Mayor Stella, Alonzo. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ruben Herrera for the state.
Defense.
Attorney Bill Simmons for defense.
And are you Mr. Alonzo?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Miss Alonzo.
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. If you guys could move a little bit over. Okay. Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Alonzo, I'm showing you what's entitled application for community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, with the repeat offender enhancement allegation?
Yes.
All right, Ms. Alonzo, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand you're charged with endangering a child? Normally, that's a state jail felony. The range of punishment would be anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
But because the state is proceeding on the repeat enhancement allegation, it is now third-degree felony. The range of punishment is 2 to 10 years and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
In my opinion, she does, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
In my opinion, she was, Your Honor.
Ms. Alonzo, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine and the state recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense? Is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. Did you understand that was a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow that recommendation?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence?
Your Honor, state exhibit number 1 and all attachments.
No objection.
Ms. Alonzo, I'm showing you what's entitled waiving consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements, police reports, and judgments, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just pray that the court follow the plea agreement. He's taken many affirmative steps to address these issues, and she looks forward to completing this probation successfully.
All right. Miss Alonzo, how many children do you have?
Action.
What are their ages?
14 and 3.
All right, so I'm assuming that your previous endangering a child involved the 14-year-old.
Yes.
And that was you driving while intoxicated? And now you have a 3-year-old and there's an endangering of a child and it involves you being intoxicated at a bus stop holding your child.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your issue?
My issue is my alcoholism.
So I don't understand. How are you going to address that? Because it appears to me that you are putting your children's lives constantly in danger.
Yes.
So-
So I've been working on my recovery. I've been to rehab, to Volunteers in America, and I went to ITP at Haven for Hope, and then I also attended IOP after ITP at the Alamo Center, and I'm currently residing at an Oxford house. And I attend my AA meetings weekly. I do 3 a week, sometimes more. I'm involved with my home group and my Oxford house. I was doing volunteer work at Alamo Center where I was doing IOP while I was working the nights, but now I have moved up from my job position to day shift, so I can no longer volunteer there, but I still keep in contact with those people and
And where are your children?
so my little one, my 3-year-old, I have him, me and my uncle have an understanding that he will reside with my uncle for quite some time, right? Because I do have a lot to work on for myself. So we just, our priority, of course, is keeping him safe and keeping him with the family. And my 14-year-old, he stays with my mom.
All right. And how often do you see the 3-year-old?
So my 3-year-old, I see him every Sunday.
All right. And is it just your 3-year-old and the uncle, or is there somebody else there?
So my uncle and my aunt always supervise. I
Sure.
go and visit at their house.
All right. So your uncle and aunt actually have your 3-year-old.
Yes.
And how often is the 14-year-old seeing his brother?
So the 14-year-old about every other week, because he visits me at my Oxford, my 14-year-old. And so he'll come around about every other weekend. And so we make it a point for them to visit.
Okay. So how long are you going to be at Oxford Home?
A minimum of 1.5 years is what I'm being told. Like a recommendation of staying to
So how long have you been there?
about 5 months.
So here's the thing. I know, and I'm aware of Oxford House. I know they say that's a minimum, but I don't want you moving from the Oxford House without first discussing with your probation officer and getting approval from the court. You understand?
Yes.
Okay.
And I wouldn't make any move, of course, until I'm speaking with my probation officer. Any move I make or I'm willing.
And if I may, Your Honor, she has certificates to solidify everything that she said today, the affirmative steps she's taken, and her sponsors here as well. So,
Hi.
and she did speak with probation, with the prosecutor.
Okay.
All
All right. All right. Thank you.
That's not a word.
So is there anything else that I need to know about you? Where do you see your life going? Where do you want it to go?
Well, I wanted to keep continuing on. So right now, I have a job that I never thought I was gonna have Monday through Friday, like an 8 to 5, 9 to 6 type of job. And I moved up in my position, I'm getting advancement. Like my recovery is, without me being in recovery, none of this would be possible. So of course I would still maintain my AA meetings and my home group and staying involved in the recovery. Because there's other activities out there. It's not just about going to meetings. There's a lot of other activities out there that Involve Recovery, and those are other organizations that I want to get involved with. So just continuing to move forward and staying positive and keeping my children safe is the priority of everything. Because
Okay.
if I'm not sober, if I'm not just, I can't do that. for my
Is
children.
Child Protective Services involved or no?
No.
All right. Well, I'm glad you are doing better because, as you know, the 3-year-old and the 14-year-old depend on you. And some people who have children who are 30 still depend on them.
Mm.
Right. And 21-year-olds still depend on you. So if you're not healthy, then they can't depend on you. So I'm glad you're putting your life in the right direction.
It took me a long time, as you can see, for me to actually start doing this.
All right. Well, I will tell you, I've done a lot of work with treatment courts, and it's every day at a time, one day at a time. Make sure you always remain vigilant. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I don't know if your sponsor wanted to say something.
We were entertained, but I believe she said everything.
Did the sponsor need to say anything?
I was just saying.
Oh, you can come forward. All right. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I did.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Sunny Side.
All right. That's a nice name. Sunny, when people say your first name is Sunny, it just brightens everybody's day.
My mother's very Southern.
Oh, where is she from?
She's from Texas.
All right. No, you can't be any more Southern than Louisiana. So
Oh, well,
you're
you know
not gonna
what? You're right. Yeah, Texas is kind of its own thing.
have. All right. So what did you wish to say?
I was going to say that I'm a pretty intense sponsor when it comes to working with, for over 11 years. I've been working with a lot of women, and I've seen Mighty Stella on her journey, and sometimes we followed it, but I've never seen Mighty Stella with the freedom that she has right now, because she's doing what she needs to do. And so she's the one that chose to put the kids in with her. It was her choice to put them in with her aunt and uncle and the teenager where he wants to stay in his high school with, his grandmother. And she's still very much involved. And even though she wants to have them with her, she knows what's best for them. And it's just amazing to me. It's just, she's different this time.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
I learned from her.
Oh, awesome. And thank you for being a sponsor. We need to have, sponsors for people, somebody they can pick up the phone and call if they're having a bad day, because bad days do happen.
Yes.
All right. And thank you so much for coming to court with her.
Oh, thank you for letting me have a voice.
All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may, the only thing I left out was we were asking if the court would consider probating an amount of the fine that's not opposed by the state.
Oh, I always probate the fine unless there's a reason for me not to probate it.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. The court will sentence you to 4 years in prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. There will be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get the vaccination, but if you do, 40 of those hours will be waived. I am going to want parenting classes. If they're providing parenting classes where you are, those classes can count. And once you complete those parenting classes, the remaining of the hours will be waived. You're to reside at Oxford House. And you're to continue with current treatment, and probation should provide you a release, because they're going to need a release for you to continue with that treatment. And your provider is going to need to make sure they stay in contact with probation to make sure they're doing everything that they're supposed to be doing.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to, I will say field visits probation, but just check in once a month to make sure that she's still at Oxford House. And we'll do regular UAs and probation. Usually at Oxford House, they'll send them for UAs. If you want to use those UAs as your UAs, you can, but I'm going to want regular UAs, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. Continue on the path that you're on. All right, you're welcome. Court is calling 2019 CR 7204B, State of Texas versus Billie Jean Freeman. Off the record for a moment. Mr. Rodriguez, have you worked out an agreement with your client?
Yes, Your Honor. If I may just get a short continuance so I can discuss this with my client, possibly
Ms.
just a
Rowlett?
week or so.
Ms. Rowlett, you need to have a seat and stop moving around. So find a seat. And unmute.
I'm sorry.
Could I see the file on Rowlett, please? Okay. And Ms. Rowlett, where are you?
I'm at home.
Yeah, what's your location? Are you in Bear County?
Yeah.
That's yes.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson, can this come back on January 9th?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is being recalled for January 9th. That will be your plea deadline date. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements after that date, and you'll need to appear in person in court. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're excused. We'll see you on January 9th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, we're back on the record. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Oscar Salinas.
Defense?
David Andre Wood from Ms. Freeman.
And are you Ms. Freeman? All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Billie Jean Freeman who was placed on community supervision in 2019 CR 7204B for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, on August 26, 2019 for a term of 4 years? Is that you? State?
Violated condition number 5 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant, Billie Jean Freeman, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of July, August, and September 2021 in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead in violation of condition?
I'm sorry, condition number 5. Wow.
All right, how do you plead to that? True or not true? State?
State waives and abandons the remaining allegations.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Freeman, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court to find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility and a $1,500 fine? Did you understand?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5? Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Judge, there is an agreement.
What is the agreement?
We'd ask the court to revoke the community supervision and punish the defendant under 1244A for 123 days in the Bear County jail and have the judgment satisfied.
Is that the agreement?
It is, Judge. We just have to click the following.
All right, Ms. Freeman, did you understand that to be the agreement?
Yes.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 5 true. The court will grant the motion, sentence you to 123 days in the Bear County Jail under 1244A. Give you credit for any time served, and the court will show that the judgment is satisfied. Show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yeah.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because this is felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record. How old are you?
65.
All right, so you're 65. I can say this because I'm in the twilight of my life. Unless you're expecting to live another 60 years, I mean, if you do, the government is not going to let you retire, but you're going to have to start making better decisions and better choices.
Yes.
So do you have this drug habit under control?
Yes.
So what have you been doing to do that?
Well, when I got in trouble, really, it really scared me. And it made me really think about that. I have like 5 great grandbabies and they small and see grow up.
Okay. All right. So you're done with probation. Don't get excited and happy and forget the path that you're supposed to be on. And the path that you're telling me you're going to be on is taking care of, or at least being a great grandmother to your great grandchildren and being there for them.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Also, Judge, as a condition of her bond, she did have an ankle monitor. I don't know if I need to file
see
a
that.
motion, or if I need to speak with the clerk about having that removed. It was a condition of pretrial.
All right. Yes, that'll be removed.